Wife cheated on me. Now I'm thriving while she's spiraling. Today would have marked what was our 10-year wedding anniversary. Myself, 32 years old male, and my ex, 31 years old female. We met in middle school, started dating in high school, and married shortly after college. We have 3 children together. My ex, I will call her Anna, spent the early years of our marriage as a stay-at-home mother. As time went on, she grew restless. She decided to restart her college education. With only 1 semester to go, she changed her mind about her major and dropped out of school entirely. Instead, she began working as a waitress at a local restaurant. Her best friend at the time, Monica, 38 years old female, also worked there. At first, this seemed like a positive change. She made new friends for the first time in years. Her depression began to lift. She was smiling more, laughing more. I supported her fully. I worked full-time, and because her serving shifts were at night and on weekends, I took on more and more of the household responsibilities. I adjusted my work schedule to take the kids to and from school, handled the weekly practices and after-school activities, managed the cleaning, the groceries, the laundry. Anna had suffered from severe depression, even one suicide attempt, so if taking on more burdens could help her find herself again, I was glad to do it. A few months into the job, she began telling me stories about her coworkers. One name kept coming up, Dan, a 24-years-old line cook at the restaurant. At first, the stories were harmless, funny work moments, difficult customers, workplace drama, but slowly the tone shifted. She started telling me how Dan flirted with her, complimented her appearance. I told her honestly that their relationship made me uncomfortable. I asked her to keep her interactions strictly professional. She agreed. After that conversation, Dan's name disappeared from her stories. Our marriage, however, continued to erode. We stopped going on dates, stopped spending meaningful time together. I did not have hard proof that she was cheating, but in my gut, I knew something was broken between us. In March of this year, Anna did not come home one night after work. She had been regularly going out for drinks with coworkers after her shifts, and at first, I was happy for her. I thought she had finally found a group of friends she felt connected to. That night, I fell asleep on the couch waiting for her. Around 3 in the morning, I woke up and called her phone 3 times. On the 3rd call, she finally answered. She said she drank too much, stayed at Monica's house, and would be home in the morning. The problem was, I knew Monica had been home all night with her daughter after our girls' dance practice. It made no sense for Anna to have been at her house. Still, I tried to calm down. I reminded myself I would confront her in the morning. As I sat there, a thought hit me. We shared a phone location app for monitoring our daughter's phone. I opened it. Anna's location was not at Monica's house. It was at an apartment building, the same apartment building where Anna once pointed out Dan lived. I sat awake, staring at the app, replaying years of memories, watching the hours tick by. At 5:30 in the morning, the garage door opened. Anna stumbled through the door, clearly under the influence and looking exhausted. I asked her where she had been. She repeated the story about Monica. I reminded her that Monica had been home. Anna hesitated, then changed her story, said she had been at another coworker's house, Natalie. I told her Natalie lived in a single-family home, not an apartment building. The silence between us stretched impossibly long. Finally, I asked the question I already knew the answer to. Were you having an affair with Dan? She nodded. In the weeks that followed, we tried to figure out if there was anything left to save. We went to therapy together. I went alone. Anna claimed she ended things with Dane. She said she wanted to give us another chance. I spent a night comforting my wife as she grieved the loss of her affair partner. We tried to date again. It felt awkward and forced, like first dates with a stranger. A week later, I heard from Monica that Anna was still talking to Dan. Monica and other coworkers decided they needed to confront her. They arranged an intervention at Monica's house. As we pulled up, Anna realized what was happening. She refused to go inside at first, but eventually gave in. That night, she still could not decide between me and Dan. She wanted time to think. We agreed to continue therapy. Then, a week later, I received a message from an unknown number. Anna was still seeing Dan. I pressed for details. The mystery messenger was a coworker. As I pieced together the information, it became clear Anna had been lying to me the entire time. The affair had lasted for more than 6 months. She and Dan had been talking about marriage and having children. Anna had even begun parking her car at innocent locations, leaving her phone behind to trick me into thinking she was somewhere she was not. That night I woke her up. I told her we were getting divorced. I told her she needed to leave. In the time between the intervention and our separation, Monica and I had been texting a lot. At first, it was just advice. How to handle Anna, confirming work schedules, small encouragements. But after the separation, when I started casually swiping through dating apps, I realized I wanted to talk to someone who really understood what I had been through. I asked Monica to get drinks. That evening was the first time in months that I felt genuinely happy. We spent hours laughing, sharing stories, finding comfort in the wreckage Anna had left behind. Several weeks later, Anna moved out. She got her own place. Since then, life has been two different stories. I have been dating Monica for 6 months now. She makes me laugh. She is kind. She is good for me. I work out regularly. I have lost weight. I completed my first triathlon. I spend quality time with my children. Anna, meanwhile, got pregnant almost immediately after moving out. She lost her job after being accused of misconduct with Dan, who was her subordinate. She bought him a new car, then lost her next job. Rumors have spread that Dan uses and sells drugs. Anna has lost most of her friends. I feel no sympathy for her. She is still part of my children's lives, and that will always complicate things. But overall, I am finally happy, I am thriving, and she is the one left to live with the choices she made.